Do.
Richard! Richard, help!
Sean,
Yeah, it's me!
why are you in a sewer?
I was looking for the turtles.
You were as pathetic as you are sad. Now listen to this, because it's a Pod Bros exclusive. I'll go get a ladder. What's up, everybody? I'm Richard.
And I'm Sean.
And we are speaking the language of bromance. Sean,
Yes.
we're going to talk about crime.
Oh, we talk about crime every now and then.
We do talk about crime every now and then. We're going to talk about crime today. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention, how are you surviving in a world without Game of Thrones? I feel like I gotta hit this first. I don't know why it popped into my head, but we're here. It's been a chunk of time. How are you doing?
It's stressful. It's stressful. I mean, the season. I mean, this is probably the best season of Game of Thrones that I think. And I think this is the first season I've watched like live, because typically I've been up to date on the books, so I've known everything that's been going on.
Oh God, push up your glasses.
I know about my Lady Stoneheart.
I'm up to date on the books. So I was waiting for this season to disappoint me.
I didn't follow the books because there wasn't any Lady
Oh my
Stoneheart.
God.
But I mean, Battle of the Bastards. I do believe that has been rated the best episode on television ever. It beat out Breaking Bad's season finale.
Like in ratings or just in like acclaim?
There was some like IMDb rating thing that I think Breaking Bad reached in like 3 or 4 weeks, and the Battle of the Bastards reached in a week. It's some kind of rating system thing they did.
Because that finale was good.
Finale was good, yeah.
That finale was damn good.
And that's what I kind of enjoyed about this season, is I didn't know what was happening. Because whenever I see the books, I had an idea of where it was going. Kind of like with Walking Dead, since I've read the comics, I kind of know where it's going. So nothing really surprises me too much, except when they cut to black and don't show you what the ending is.
Oh, not that you're bitter.
Oh, no. Bastards.
No to the audience. He's very bitter. I was just going to say that I guess the whole reason I mentioned this in the first place is I don't know if you guys know, I don't know if the audience knows this. They probably don't. But before we actually record this show, we talk for like at least about half an hour beforehand about all sorts of things. We'll talk about the show. We'll talk about things we're doing. We'll talk about things we're awesome at. I'll Sean will start to cry and I'll prep him up.
It's like, no, everybody loves you, Pookie Bear. No, they don't.
Yes, I've taken the place of his mother. and then once he dries his tears on his shirt, then we record a show and make him laugh.
That's what the hour is. It's you trying to make me not cry. And then we start up a show.
The last like 2 weeks, probably 3 weeks, we hop on to talk to each other, and usually one of the things we spend a good 15 minutes on is Game of Thrones. So I don't know, like I feel like this is something that this is a little insight into us before this is us before we are us, if that makes sense.
I don't know what we're going to talk about now, because before I was never caught up on Game of Thrones, because I always watch it when the season would come out on Blu-ray.
Yeah, that's true. You would.
So this was the first time we've really got to bounce off. Oh, did you see the episode on Sunday? Because you don't watch Walking Dead, so we really don't do that with that show.
No, I leave it to you to catch me up on Walking Dead.
And I'm like, well, nothing really happened.
I'm like, so what happened on Walking Dead? And then he's angry for like 20 minutes. So then I have to calm him down. Then he cries again. The burden of being me. I just want you people to know this. The burden of being me is staggering. So you were happy. You were all happy. Everything was good. It fell within the parameters of what you feel is going to be in the next book.
I don't think there's going to be too many like pieces of the book that stray way away from it. I'm curious what he will do with the Lady Stoneheart part in the book, because she seems pretty influential in the book. So I'm curious how that's going to play out. But I mean, it seemed like it followed what the book will follow when Winds of Winter comes out. You, I mean, it ended. I mean, like I think like when we were talking about before, there's a lot of jaw dropping moments that I wasn't expecting, and
Yeah.
this is the first show where I don't feel like I can figure out how things are going to go. I mean, you have to kind of pay attention to be like, oh, okay, this happened. Okay, that played a part in this. That played a part in this, and you can speculate. And it's not like, well, okay, this is what's going to happen. You're like, yeah, that makes sense. That's how it's going to happen. There's no other way. Right now, where that show ends, it can go in probably 30 different directions, and everyone's plausible.
Everyone is completely plausible. I think you said it best when you were talking about Battle of the Bastards, when you were saying, I honestly didn't know what was going to happen. And I think the show like totally set that up for you by the, with just the in general way that show goes. When you watch a television show, especially something with tension and drama in it, a lot of times you get into this like meta thinking where you're watching a show and the star of the show is in some sort of mortal peril. And you're sitting there for a split second going, oh my God, is he going to make it? And then you're like, well, wait a minute. Of course he's going to make it. He's the star of the show. Walter White, you're watching Breaking Bad, and at no moment until maybe the very last episode are you thinking Walter White is going to die. Even in this higher level thinking, you're like, Walter White's not going to die. He's the star of the show. Like the show centers around him. If he dies, there's no show. Game of Thrones broke that in the first fucking season.
Yeah, they did.
They took that and they just broke it in half. I
mean, spoilers, obviously, but the very first season of Game of Thrones, you have Ned Stark, and you're like, oh, this is the main character of this show. He's going to be around for a while. I remember thinking that because everybody kept telling me, it's like, oh, everybody dies in this show. And I'm like, oh, well, everybody dies but Ned Stark because, he's the main character. And guess what?
Exactly.
Chopped off his head.
Honestly, do we really need it? That was 6 years ago. What the fuck are you people doing? Ooh, I have a life. I'm working a job, blah, blah, blah. No, you know what? You can take some time. We do. And it's so worth it. But yeah, like you said, first season, the character that you think the show is centered around, head chopped off. So from that point forward, people die left and right, all over the place. And so when you get to this episode, this Battle of the Bastards, where you have the supposed hero of the story against the supposed villain of the story.
Well, yeah, well, before that, too, you're like, Wolf Bob. Wolf Bob's going to be the main character of the story. That's who it is. It's Wolf Bob. Oh, it's not Wolf Bob.
Yay, Wolf Bob. Oh, everything's working out for him. He's going to get married.
He's at a party, and oh, God, Lannisters send their regards.
Oh, God. What the hell?
Well, at least we have Catelyn Stark. No, we don't have her either. Damn it!
She's gone too. Oh.
Well, at least we have the wolves. Oh, God, they killed them too.
So when we get to Battle of the Bastards, you honestly, because I mean, like you said, this is story that you have not read yet.
Oh yeah, and I love that about this because I mentioned it to you before. So reading the books, you kind of always know what's going to happen. I mean, they might deviate a little bit, but you have a good idea. With this episode, The Battle of the Bastards, I had no clue what was going on. So it's probably the first show in a long time that had me on the edge of my seat, like shaking with anticipation because I didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah, there is some for real tension, and it fucks with your brain because you honestly do not know what's going to happen, because even like you can't even trust the thought that, oh, well, Jon Snow's going to make it because he's the hero of the story and the hero always survives. No, that's not necessarily true, especially in Game of Thrones. So you're watching that episode the entire time going, who's going to win? Is he going to make it? Is he going to get crushed to death? Is he going to get an arrow in his chest? What the fuck's going to happen?
Yeah, so spoilers again. So, jump ahead about 10 minutes. We'll probably kick into something else, but spoilers on that episode, when he was being trampled, I was like, that's realistically how he's gonna die.
Yeah,
Like
I
that,
did too.
That I could see him dying that way. It's not a glorious death, but it's a realistic death.
Yeah. But he pulls it off in the end.
He does.
Oof.
And
Whoosh.
I love that we've talked about this before, but George R.R. Martin's like big into the show. I don't know if he lets too much go by that doesn't pass through him first.
Oh, definitely.
So I really enjoy that fact that he's taken his product, his creation, his world, and he's basically saying, "Hey, you guys can use my world, but don't screw it up."
Yeah, he's very much the gatekeeper.
Yeah, what you put on the screen is what I say you can put on the screen. If I don't approve it, then it's not going on there.
Yeah.
I think he was, I don't know, it's not quoted, but he said something to the effect of, he hates when authors sell their material and then bitch about what the product ends up being. He's like, listen, you sold it, you sold the money for it, you took money for that type of thing. So if you didn't want to do that, take less money, or take a role and say, no, you can use my thing, but I get to say what it is.
Yeah. I know we're not happy with it, but I mean, look at George Lucas over the last, up until, 4 or 5 years ago. I mean, things were getting made in the Star Wars universe, like books and cartoon series, the Clone Wars series and stuff like that. But a lot of that stuff, if not all that stuff, passed by his desk before it was seen. Drawings that were done on the Clone Wars cartoon passed by his desk, and he looked at it before he was like, yes, that's what this creature is supposed to look like. So, I mean, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, he was completely perfect, but I mean, it's like you said, he was the gatekeeper of the vision that he created.
Yeah, it was his thing, and I don't know. It's even with George Lucas, I know a lot of people say, "Hey, he screwed it up," but at least he made what he wanted to make.
Oh yeah, no one can say that he didn't. He made exactly what he wanted.
He wanted a Jar Jar, and he got it.
Yes, he did. Whether the public wanted it or not. But yeah, Battle of the Bastards, great episode. The finale, great episode. And like you said, there was two different things. With the Battle of the Bastards, it was this it was a high tension, it was a high wire act the entire time. The tension was pulled thin. You honestly didn't know what was going to happen. You weren't sure who was going to die and who was going to live. And that's thrilling. That's real. That's real tension.
Well, we don't get that anymore. I mean, you go to the movies and things like that. It's comic book movies that we know the character of. You're not going to be surprised.
Yeah, you're not going to be surprised. You watch Civil War, and Iron Man's not going to die. Captain America's not going to die.
Even look at the newest Captain America comic. He's saying "Hail Hydra" at the end of the first issue, and it causes a shitstorm, but issue number 2, they've already said that he's not a Hydra agent.
Yeah.
So there's no surprises anymore, and that I feel like that was the first real surprise that I got. I mean, the last time I really felt like that might have been 10 Cloverfield Lane, but even with that, you kind of got the gist of what it was. There's a little suspense, like you're like, well, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, well, maybe it's not real, maybe it is. But Battle of the Bastards, you had no, and anybody that says, "Oh, I knew that's how it was going to end," they're lying.
Yeah,
nobody knew how that was going to end.
No one knew.
You could have told me 10 different people were going to die or win that battle, and I would have been like, "You're probably right."
Yeah, because you could justify it any way you want.
Yeah,
you could say, "Well, he's going to win because of this," and you're like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense."
Holdor's going to show up and beat the shit out of Ramsay. I'm like, "Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Totally."
He's going to come in riding on Summer and beat the shit out of Ramsay. Yeah, I buy it. I think that's what's going to happen.
He's going to show up on a dragon. It's going to be his own dragon. It's going to be the Hodor dragon.
And he's going to be banging Daenerys at the end of the episode.
Hodor!
Hodor!
She's slapping him, going, "Hold the door! Hold the door!" Take that and juxtapose it with the finale. The finale didn't have, I would say, the same tension, but the finale had a lot of holy shit moments. The finale was a lot of moments kind of strung together. Like there were 3 different instances where my mouth just dropped open and I was like, holy shit, that just happened. Now what?
The finale felt to me like a poker game, like a game of Texas Hold'em.
Oh.
So like you see one card and you're like, where's this going? And then you see a second card, you're like, okay, I start seeing this full house coming through. And then all of a sudden it's just a completely random card gets thrown down.
Yeah.
Like I have no clue where this is going.
I said they're like 2 of spades, and then you're like, wait, what?
Yeah. But there's a full house on the board right now. Jester card. Wait, I didn't even think there was a Jester card. What's going on here? I'm so
The
confused.
number
and scared.
4 card from Uno. Wait a minute. This ain't what?
And we talked about it. The whole. I mean, the part that got me verklempt is when Tyrion is with Daenerys and he's like pledging his allegiance to her. I'm like, oh god, I'm wafting my hand.
He kneels, and then she's like, "Oh, I had this made for you."
Oh god, and I look over at Tiffany. I'm like, oh god, he's gonna be hand to the queen, and she's like, what? I'm like, shh, this is gonna be the greatest moment of my life. And she's sitting there holding my son, and she's like holding him. I'm like, don't put him in front of the TV. I'm watching this, babe. This is cinematic gold.
Look, he's crawling.
I'm gonna remember this moment for the rest of my life, babe. She's like, oh, but your son. I have your son. I'm like, who?
He's crawling.
Take that kid away. He's crying. Don't ruin this for me, woman.
I'm about to have a battle of the bastards right here. It's your son. He's not a bastard. Damn it.
Oh god, he's getting on the iron stuff again. Sean, it's just a show.
Take the helmet off, Sean. No, it helps me think about theories.
Do you really have to be surrounded by every book? Yes. And
Yes.
comic? Yes. And action figure? Yeah.
I put them in my pockets.
I'm going to my mother's house. Okay. Will you put the Hot Pockets in for me?
And that's why Sean watches television by himself. Because he's not given a choice otherwise.
But it's fun because I've mentioned it before. Tiffany doesn't like TV or movies because she gets too like into them. But Battle of the Bastards in this last episode, like she watched it and really, really liked it. And she even told me, she's like, hey, I will watch Battle of the Bastards again. I liked it that much.
I watched the finale like immediately. Like I watched the finale and then I went back and watched it again.
I wanted to watch Battle of the Bastards before I watched the finale, but she wouldn't quite let me do that.
So many good moments. And that's the thing is who like that show at this point can go 80 different directions. You have no idea where that thing's going now.
Oh, no. And I love when you hear people, like we were talking about, you're like, oh, well, I think this and this and this is going to happen. And I'm like, well, what about this person? You're like, shit, I didn't think about them. They got to play a part somehow, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things that I hope they don't try to jam pack it all in, one season or 2 seasons. They actually let it grow correctly. They let everybody have their moments. It's not a lost type scenario where it's like, oh, well, they were all in purgatory. Yeah, that's what it was. It was purgatory. Yeah. But it wasn't actually purgatory. It was kind of like purgatory.
Or it'll be like Roseanne, where you find out the whole last season is a dream.
Oh, well, like the last 6 seasons, because at some point, not Dan Aykroyd, he got kicked off the show because he divorced Roseanne.
John Goodman.
That's how you lose a job, Richard. You divorce somebody.
Yeah.
Richard's like, this whole show's been a dream episode of me writing. Sean had a heart attack 6 months ago.
I'm speaking with a corpse, aren't I?
No, you're not.
This is my way of coping.
Sean, why are you putting your hand on my wiener again?
You read my mind.
Oh, it's so bony.
Hello, podcasting fanfic.
That's the language of bromance Halloween edition.
But yes, it's now it's over, and I think we're getting. I'm not totally sure, but I think the last story I read, we're gonna get 13 more episodes split into 2 seasons. So a little bit more than a full season, but split split down the middle.
Do you think that's enough, though, for this? I mean, I feel like there's still so much material left.
There is so much material left. And honestly, you could take what they have and just stretch it out, pull it like taffy. But I get the feeling that they're wanting to, they want to wrap it up. They want to be done.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Kind of make it so that, 6 months or, 3 years from now, we're like, oh God, geez, the White Walkers still haven't got past the damn bridge.
Right.
they get up and they got the hotel key and like, beep, 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 beep. Did you put it next to your wall at night, King?
Oh, God.
I didn't put it next. Oh, shit. I put it next to my phone. All right. Somebody go up to the desk.
Well, Winter would be here if the Night King could figure out how to open the gate.
Who said that? Who said that?
I think he did. Kill him. He's already dead. Kill him again.
All right. You, Greg, you're going to go to the desk and get me a new card. I don't want to go. Well, I don't want to go either because those people are rude. And you know how hard it is to get a card without a photo ID, especially when you're dead?
Might as well try to ride a dragon. But the way that ended, they went to everybody's storyline. They kind of touched on it. They touched on it and then left a giant jumping off point for every single character on that show, which is, to me, that's a perfect way to end a season, especially end a season with a show that has so many characters. I mean, there's characters coming out of their fucking ears, and they gave everybody a story to continue with.
Well, they're starting to condense it pretty well, though. I mean, you think there's 6 or 7 main players right now?
Yeah. You've got Daenerys and Tyrion, and they have people with them. Varys is with them, and whatever. You have King's Landing, so you got Cersei and Jaime, and all the craziness there. You've got Winterfell with Jon and Sansa. You have Bran up in the far north, and then Sam, who they didn't really do a lot with his story this season, but the things that they did, makes his story one of the more interesting ones.
I kind of forgot all about him. Actually.
Yeah, me too.
As he's leaving, like, no women and children in the library. He's like, sorry, babe, books. It's the Wikipedia of the Game of Thrones empire. I gotta go.
Yeah. They got everything's locked up with chains because it's super secret.
It's like the girl that gave you some booty or books. He's like, I'm gonna go with the books because my imagination's better than your booty.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And she's a wildling too, so she does all kinds of dirty things.
God. I bet she does.
Do you think wildlings do dirty things, or do you think they're just kind of do you think that's just a myth?
I don't know. I bet she wraps it up in her webbed toes.
Gross.
She has a mom, dad.
She does. Yeah, she does. A mom, dad, sister, I think, probably.
Yep. She has a dad, mom, sister.
That's creepy.
Yeah. So, #inbreeding, #Game of Thrones.
George R.R. Martin, you're a sick sumbitch.
Yes, he is, and God love him for it. But anyway, I digress. I felt like we should get that out there because it's like I said, we spend at least 30 minutes chit-chatting before we even hit the record button. And then usually we talk, and then it's like, why didn't we record this bit? I felt like this was our moment. I had to force it.
Hey everyone, this is Tom from the Say What Podcast, and I would love it if you'd swing over to saywhatpodcast.com to check us out as soon as you're done listening to this show. We handpick real news articles to poke fun at every week, like a lady from Florida attacking her boyfriend with a ceramic squirrel, or kids rubbing chapstick in their eyes to get high, or the guy who got arrested for repeatedly having sex with an inflatable pool shark. Yeah, I think you get the point. So tune into the Say What Podcast every Friday on iTunes, Stitcher, and at saywhatpodcast.com.
But anyway, we're gonna scale it. We're gonna turn the clock back. Not turn the clock back, but we're gonna go back to what we originally have come here to do today, Sean, and let's talk about crime.
Crime. What do you got for crime?
I have a story from The Guardian. This is a story about a fruit. I think it's a fruit. I'm not sure if it's a fruit or a vegetable. I want to say it's a fruit. Somebody's gonna hate me but somebody's going to hate me by not knowing what this is. Anyway, the headline reads, or not the headline. The first paragraph of the story is surging local and international demand for avocados is fueling a crime wave in New Zealand. So this is the avocado crime wave. The great avocado crime wave of New Zealand.
Is it the Guacamole gang?
No, but it should be. I bet they are now. I bet they're listening to this and going, guys, I just figured out a new name. We're the Guacamole gang. That's
Get it?
stupid.
Avocados become guac. What are you guys doing with that gun?
Hey, put that down. Since January, there have been close to 40 large-scale thefts from avocado orchards in the North Island of New Zealand, with as many as 350 fruit stolen at a time. So it is a fruit. It's a fruit. The reason I thought it was a fruit was because of the seeds. Or it's not really seeds. Avocado, it's like one big giant seed.
So if it has a pit, it's considered a fruit?
No, I think if it had seeds, it's considered a fruit.
But avocado is a fruit, I thought you just said.
Yeah. An avocado has seeds. It's like one big giant seed in the middle.
Yeah, which is a pit, like a peach pit.
Was this just a way for you to reference 90210 bullshit?
Maybe.
You bastard.
Do-do-do-do.
I gotta give it to you. You know what fun fact, the only fruit that has seeds on the outside? Strawberry.
Well, you know what? Donna Martin, graduate. Take that.
Oh my God. I'm just saying it's a fun fact. You can take that and go stump your friends with it. It is suspected that many more thefts have gone unreported. So this is just the 40 thefts with 350 fruit total. That's just the ones that they know about.
So did they steal like 350 plants or 350 total avocados?
Total avocados. As many as 350 avocados.
That's like $350. That's not that much.
But maybe they're worth more in New Zealand. Maybe they're worth $2. Maybe they're worth $5.
We need to get in the avocado business because I think I can get like 6 for $1 here.
You can grow avocados like indoors. So maybe somewhere there's like there's an illegal avocado grow house.
The Guacamole gang's got a basement full of avocados growing with UV lights.
Yeah, with UV lights on them. That's where we grow the avocados.
Some like kingpin looking dude smoking a cigar. Yeah,
the avocado kingpin.
Try this avocado. I call it Spanish avocado. It just fucks you up. Should I eat the pit? No, God, no! Don't eat the pit. You'll die.
It's hard. It'll crush your teeth. What's the matter with you?
We crush the pits up and we snort them.
We make guacamole and we just rub it under our noses and breathe it in.
You know what? When we go to strip clubs now, we don't make it rain. We make it avocado.
Yeah, we take and then we get girls, and then we take the seeds and we accept them. If you know what I mean. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Huh? Avocado seeds, we shove them up our butt. That's what I'm saying.
You know, back in the day when they used to throw tomatoes at the bad comedians. Well, when we make an avocado on the strippers, we throw avocados at them. You have to make sure they're not too ripe because you'll knock them unconscious. It's happened a few times.
Okay, here. Avocados are selling between $4 to $6 New Zealand dollars each, which equates to 2 to 3 English pounds. So if we're gonna put that into dollars, that'd be like 3 to 4. So it's $3 to $4 each.
So like they stole like $1,000 of fruit.
Yeah, but I mean, that's $1,000 for being like, hey, in the middle of the night, hop this fence and pick this tree.
That's like 6 crates of avocados. That's not that much.
No, it's not that much. Maybe they were interrupted.
You'd make more money like jumping over fences and stealing people's grills.
Or maybe they were jumping over fences and stealing the women. Because that's what happens. First they take the avocados, then they take the women.
That's avocados is the gateway drug.
Yeah. First everybody's running around stealing avocados and shoving the seeds up their ass. And next thing you know, what happens? They take the women. And by women, it's New Zealand, so I mean sheep.
Well, the bad thing about avocados, is you never know when they're ripe. You get them and you're like, oh, this isn't quite ripe yet. And then in like 2 weeks, it's like, or in like the next day, it's, gross and crumbly and you have to throw it away.
Oh my God, you hate that. Oh, that pisses me off. And you go to the store, okay, when it comes to avocados, you go to the store and you go to pick avocados and you're sitting there and you're squeezing them and you're like, and they all feel horribly unripe.
You can't tell. They all feel squishy or they feel too hard. And you can never tell what that means.
Well, squishy's good. Squishy means they're good to go. If they're hard, that means they're not ripe. It's like buying a bunch of green bananas. Who the fuck wants to eat a green banana?
That's the same thing. You sit the green banana out and the day you actually want to eat it, they're, old and gross and brown.
What godless heathen would eat a green banana?
I can't eat bananas anyway. I don't like bananas. They're too mushy.
Rich in potassium.
I know they're good for you, and they fill you up, but each time I take a bite, I feel like I want to vomit.
Well, now I do too, thanks.
So I take a bite and I'm like, just get it down, Sean.
You're a bastard. I like bananas and you're ruining them for me.
I don't know. They're just gross. I think it's because one of those things like when babies eat bananas, they get like all over their face and they mush it through their teeth, and you're like, oh God, just swallow it, baby. Quit being gross.
Oh God, you're a terrible human being.
I know.
I love bananas, and you were sullying the experience of eating a banana for me. Now I'm gonna go to eat a banana, and I'm gonna think of some grubby kid shoving banana down their fucking gullet, and I'm gonna be like, nope, never mind. Fuck.
There goes my potassium. Thanks, Sean.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna be tired and listless throughout the day, and that's your fault because I don't have enough potassium in my system.
You know what's awesome about avocados, though? Like, you see pictures of them and everything, and they're, like, super easy to mush, so you can mush them, and you make, like, your own guacamole right away.
Oh, love it.
But you can also slice them in, like, perfect slices for sandwiches.
Oh, yeah. You can put them on sandwiches, put them on tacos. I make fish tacos, and you slice some avocado, throw it on top. Oh, my God.
On your eggs?
I lived in California. That's where that's the land of avocados. That's avocado land. If there was a theme park called Avocado Land, you know where it'd be? California.
Do you have the avocado cutter and the pit puller? Have you seen these?
No. Why would you need that?
Oh, because what you do is you slice it in half with your cutter. It's got like a little knife, cut it in half. You pop it open.
Just use a knife.
In the center of the cutter, it's got these like blades. So you stick that on the pit and you spin it and you pop the pit right out.
You can do that with a knife.
You can't do it perfectly with a knife. That's
why
they made this. That's why they made this thing.
You don't need it. It's useless. It's a useless kitchen tool.
No, because you take the knife and you try to pop it out, and you just mushed your avocado.
No, it's not. You hold the. Okay, you take the avocado. You run the knife. You run the knife along around the seed of the avocado. And then you just give it a little twist and it pops right open. So one side has the avocado with the pit, and then the other side has the avocado with the pit and the seeds in it. So then you take your knife, you just knock your knife onto the seed, and it like wedges into the seed, and then you just give it a little twist and pops right out.
I don't think it works that well.
Yes, it does. I've done it. Why the fuck would you need you want an avocado slicer? It's a knife. That's what it is. That's what it should be.
I don't cut my avocados like a heathen, Richard.
It's not a heathen way to cut. It's a normal way to cut it. I think what you're doing is some fucking fuck if I know some crazy fucking completely inefficient way to cut the beautiful fruit that is the avocado.
Well, so I still want to go to the fact that these guys stole 350 fruit. So there's 350 of them at like $4 to $6 a piece. You said right in their currency. So that's like $1,200. Let's round it up and say it's $1,400.
So you're saying this is a very low rent. The Guacamole gang is not very nefarious.
Well, yeah, I think there's got to be more to this. And Richard, we're good at bringing things around. So I think we could tie this to our earlier discussion. What if these aren't avocados at all?
What else would they be?
What if they're dragon eggs?
Oh my God, that would be so awesome. You telling me I eat dragon eggs with my tacos?
No, you eat avocados with your tacos. I'm saying what these guys stole aren't avocados at all. They're actually dragon eggs. Because, I mean, avocados kind of look like dragon eggs.
I want to eat dragon eggs with my tacos. You know why? Because I'm that fucking metal. Metal. Avocado, fish, taco, dragon, metal, dragon.
I would imagine that a dragon egg would be really spicy. Like too much sriracha, a little too much, was it chorizo sausage?
Oh, see, now you're making me hungry. Now I want tacos.
Oh, I'm starving. I had a turkey burger for dinner. It was pretty good, but I could go for some we should put chorizo in that turkey burger. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, turkey burger? What are you, a white girl?
Maybe. On the inside.
I had it with my latte. Hashtag caffeine. Oh, okay. You were talking about avocados. Like, oh my God, how can you tell when avocado is ripe enough? You can. Okay, this is totally true. You can take an avocado, and on the bottom where you see the stem pops right off the bottom, and you can look directly inside the avocado to see how ripe it is.
Is it like one of those, remember those things when you were kids, you put on your eye and you'd hit the flipper? Is that how that works?
Like Pogs?
Pogs? No, you didn't look in Pogs. No, the little, the viewer. You put it on your eyes and you view it and you click the button and it flips it.
Kinda, like a Viewmaster?
Yeah.
Yeah, except this is, fruit.
This is nature's Viewmaster. You can look down it.
Yeah. No, it's like, okay, it's like when you cut a tree and then you see the rings and then you see, this tree was 100 years old. Well, off to be a chair.
Thanks for giving your life for my comfort tree.
That's why we win. Fuck
and
you,
then I
tree.
warg into the tree and I'm like, the tree's sad, but it's dying very quickly, so.
Yeah. At least I'm sitting in my chair.
You should evolve to walk, tree.
Yeah, fuck you, tree. USA. USA.
Kick the tree. Ow, damn it. All right, well, you win this time, tree.
According to New Zealand.
So, okay, wait, let's back up. So we make this chair out of this tree. Does this tree realize that at this point, like, I'm going to be sitting on it and doing some business?
Maybe.
Poor tree.
What business?
Self business. I'm gonna touch my penis.
No. Well, now it does.
Tree's like, I don't want to be cut down.
And it's crying because of it. I'm gonna be your jerk off chair. That's right, tree. Should have been like those Lord of the Rings trees, and then you could have avoided this whole mess. According to New Zealand Avocado, in 2015, an additional 96,000 New Zealand households began purchasing avocados, and local growers, largely geared towards the lucrative export market, have been unable to keep up with the surge in demand. The recent thefts have taken place in the middle of the night, with the crop either raked from the tree and collected in blankets or sheets on the ground, or hand-picked and driven away to pop up roadside stalls, grocery stores, or small-scale sushi, fruit and sandwich shops in Auckland.
So I imagine these New Zealand avocado farms, they're getting raided nightly. They're losing like 350 avocado a night of the 10,000 they grow.
Yeah.
So they decide like we gotta fix this problem. So they go out and they hire George. George is a former New Zealand special ops agent. And so they're doing an interview with him. He's got his big old gun sitting there. He's like, all right, so what I do is I sit out here I'll wait for those people to come and steal the avocados.
I'm the avocado protector. He's the watcher on the wall.
He is. He's the watcher on the avocado wall. Avocado. Help me out here, Richard. I can't pull this off.
And nor should you. No, he's the lone man. He's the last line of defense between the horde of avocado thieves and this precious fruit to Farmer Ted. Poor Farmer Ted. Everybody's taking his avocados.
He's like,
God, how pissed off would you be? Okay, you're an avocado farmer, and you get out in the morning, and you're like, oh, gonna go get me my avocados today. Do. And you go out in the field, and you're like, wait a minute. What the? Where's all my avocados?
some bitch. Somebody stole
Some
3 crates of my
bitch.
avocados.
And so you go and you're like, I'm going to go report this. And so you get in your car and you're driving to the police station. And on the way, you see a roadside stand. And you're like, huh. And you pull over and they're selling your avocados.
At double the price, them sons of bitches.
Sons of bitches. And you're like, hey, my avocados, fucker. And he's like, prove it. And then you're like, pop open the bottom. Let's see how ripe they are. Wait, give me a knife. We'll cut these open. And
He's like, I don't have a knife. I have an avocado cutter. I don't know how to use that, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And he's like, why don't you have one? I thought you said you were an avocado farmer. And then the avocado farmer's like, you don't even need it. It's a knife. You see a knife. God damn it. I'll take 5.
God, these are so good. These avocados are amazing.
I am so amazing at growing avocados.
He's like, I know. I inject it with a little bit of lime. Genius. That is genius.
You are an avocado wizard, sir.
The enemy of my friend is actually my enemy? My friend? The enemy of my friend is my... How's that saying
Stop
go?
it. I don't.
Damn it.
You ruined it.
I can't do sayings anymore, Richard. I wonder if since this is very much like Wild Wild West times. Because you remember back in the day during the Wild Wild
They
West,
were in the desert. They weren't stealing avocados.
No, they were stealing cattle.
Well, I'd rather steal a cow than an avocado.
Well, yeah, because it's worth more money. And
Fuck yeah.
I mean, you still 350 cattle. You probably make about 40, 50 grand. You still 350 avocado. You pay for your gas.
350 avocado or cows would be hard to sell at a roadside stand.
That's true. But like in the Wild West, they had the open ranges, so you had your cows running all over the place. So to protect your cattle, what'd you do? You branded them. So maybe, Richard, this is our scheme. This is how we're going to make our money and make our careers, is we're going to create an avocado branding iron.
You know what? That's actually not a bad fucking idea.
I know. So the farmer hires some kid to go out and brand each of his avocados. So when that situation happens where Dick Fuck McGee steals all of his avocados and goes up the road a little ways to sell them, he walks up, he's like, hey, those are my avocados. And Dick Fuck McGee's like, well, prove it. He flips it over, he's like, that's my brand. So that looks like a penis. Well, yeah, I bought it from the Language of Bromance guys, and they only had so many options.
He's like, this looks like a mushroom. He's like, no, that's a penis. It's not. Why'd you brand a mushroom on avocado? That doesn't even make sense. Mushrooms and no, it's not it's a penis. It's a penis. It's on the. Oh, God damn it! I'll take a dozen.
You take a big bite. It's like, you got a penis in your mouth. Shut up.
It's a mushroom.
That's what would be fun. We sell like 10 different brands. They're all just penis shaped. Like, why does this one say to scale? That's kind of small. It says it's the Sean brand, but I feel sorry for your wife.
Sergeant Aaron Fraser of Wahi said there had been spats of avocado thefts during his time in the police, but nothing is sustained as the current activity. Okay, let's all take a moment to just revel in the fact that this cop is hearkening back to a time when avocado theft was just something that happened, kind of as a prank. Like, oh, I remember the kids used to go and steal avocados, and then they just sit around and eat them. But kids today, they're just making a mockery of it.
Sergeant Fraser's like, listen, people of New Zealand. There will not be avocado thefts on my watch. I have run a clean country. I don't know if they have sheriffs over the country or whatever. Let's say they do. I have run a clean country for the last 25 years. I'm retiring in 3 months, and we will not end this reign with avocado thefts.
Can't we just all go back to raising sheep and making Lord of the Rings movies? Honestly.
Maybe this is Fraser's last stand. So he's had like a 25-year career.
So Fraser is like the commander of the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. The Avocado Watch.
Well, I see him more as the guy from not Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, the guy from Family Matters. So
Oh, okay.
It's New Zealand. Everybody's happy. Everybody's loving. So for like 25 years, like he's had nothing bad happen. He's like, I'm 3 months away from retiring.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the Guacamole gang.
Here comes the Guacamole
takes
gang.
hold of his country. And this is his time. This is Sergeant Fraser's time to stand. So he gets up, he opens up this like door that's been locked. He opens up just like a shit ton of arsenal. There's a potato gun. There's, he gets strapped to
wet
the nine.
towel that he snaps people with. Get off them avocados.
He's got like a Chinese finger trap that he uses to torture people. Tell me where the dick-shaped avocados are.
I can't. Do you just push it together and then pull your fingers out? Oh, this is driving me crazy. You're good. You are so good at this.
I can't stand confined spaces. The avocado gang is over by the ocean. You just gotta press it. You just gotta press it in the middle. That's how you get out of it. Oh, genius!
You are a diabolical mind, Mr. Fraser.
But yeah, so he gets strapped to the nines. He tries to find the Guacamole gang. So it's like this 55, 58-year-old dude, hasn't had to deal with any of this before because he's run a clean slate. And here he is. He's at the Guacamole gang's. Actually, it's probably just like their stand because they only stole like 350 of these.
Yeah, let's be honest. They're not a highbrow gang, so it's not like a hideout. It's like the back of a pickup truck that sits along Route 9. You know what I mean?
He shows up and he's undercover and he's like, "Hey, I'd like to try guacamole. Can I see if they're ripe yet? Because I can't tell. I'm terrible at this."
And then they're like, "Oh, all you have to do is just pop the little bit off, the little stem nubby." And boom, you can look right in there. It's like a Viewmaster. I don't know. Somebody said that once. Fuck that guy.
So Sergeant Fraser picks it up and he squeezes it and he flips it over. And he's like, "Oh, that's an interesting mark. It looks like a mushroom." And the guy's like, "Nah, it's actually a dick." "Oh, it's a dick, huh?"
Aha!
And they jump on their bicycles and try to get away. And he's running after them.
They would have gotten in the truck, but the truck broke.
Yeah. I have solved the case. Sergeant Fraser will not be denied his glory.
And here comes and then it's a high-speed bicycle ride through town.
And you imagine like a 58-year-old overweight sergeant just running.
Woo, woo. It's not a siren. He's just making the noise.
Yeah.
He's just, woo, woo, woo. These stolen avocados can carry risks, according to Sergeant Fraser. They are unripe. Well, obviously, that's one risk is they're unripe.
Sergeant Fraser is also like, and we have noted that sometimes the people that steal these avocados have been known to have sex with them. Do you want an avocado that's been molested and had sex with? I don't think you do.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants a cream-filled avocado, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
Come to think of it. Come to think of it.
You know what they do with the seeds, right?
What would you cream fill an avocado with? Not in the dirty way. Like, what would be good in that? Like maybe what's the
sour cream?
The white cheese. No, what's the white cheese that you get at Mexican restaurants?
Like queso?
Yeah, could you? Yeah.
Queso Blanco.
Dear God, Richard, I just figured out what's going to make us gajillionaires. So you somehow figure out how to pop out the seed, and then you cream fill that with queso.
Oh.
And then you use chips to dip it.
You're kind of on to something.
I think I am.
Because then if it's ripe, then as you squeeze it, it just mushes it around, and you know what you get? Cheesy guacamole.
Oh, I'm so hungry. I'm turned on and hungry at the same time. I don't know if that's possible.
Oh, it is. Happens to me every time.
Is that why you want to go eat after every show?
Hey, you know what? What goes on in my head is not your business, okay? Some things are still mine. That's all I'm going to say about that. They are unripe. Some have been sprayed recently, and they may still carry toxins on the skin. But with the prices so high at the moment, the potential for profit is a strong inducement for certain individuals.
It's like fucking heroin.
Certain evil individuals. You know what? I think this just goes to show that there's a black market for everything. You know what I mean?
Well, it's capitalism at best. It's supply and demand, you know?
Exactly. Jen Scolar, New Zealand avocado CEO, said the recent thefts were concerning, but a bumper season of locally grown avocados should flood the New Zealand market in the coming weeks, reducing the incentive for thieves. It's an easy way to make a quick buck, but I don't think we're dealing with a sophisticated or highly organized operation here. More opportunistic, she said. So she's just basically called them out as idiots. She's like, these guys in the middle of the night that walk in and try and steal a bunch of avocados, fucking morons. Like, they're avocados.
It's funny because these guys basically go to the back and they pick up these crates of avocados. They're the old spoiled avocados. They don't even realize that, but they still try to sell them for like $2 a piece.
Yeah, there's like they're not stealing gold bars out of a vault. They're picking avocados off a tree. Like, we're not dealing. This isn't a nefarious mind that rivals the Joker.
I wonder. I mean, if you did that, I mean, like in our area, what's the big thing here is corn. And, there's people that go into cornfields and, take a couple bushels of corn and nobody would know. I wonder if this is pretty equivalent to
Everything's made. Yeah, why would I don't know. Why would you steal corn? It's everywhere.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's Richard, I don't think you understand. Yes, it's everywhere, but just because it's everywhere doesn't mean it's yours. That's still somebody's private property.
Oh.
Oh, look! Over there on the side of the road, corn.
It looks like somebody's not getting their super special corn day present.
Oh, damn it.
No happy corn day for you.
Sean, I made you some cornbread, but too bad you can't eat it.
Yeah, no, you can't. You know why? Because apparently it's everywhere and it's not mine.
Apparently, Sean, you have morals.
Yeah. The stolen fruit will only have made it to local markets. It would never reach our export markets. So they're saying that the fruit that gets stolen stays in the country. So honestly, this is probably a benefit for local people because they're like, hey, all the avocados that get stolen, like those don't get shipped off to Taiwan or Luxembourg, where people are like, hey, I need avocados with my tacos that I buy at the taco stand. No, these are mine. They were stolen in this country. They're going to stay in this country. Also, they're probably like the criminals, can't figure out export laws. They don't understand. They don't understand how customs works.
It's like, where did you grow these avocados? On Greg's place. What's Greg's place? It's my neighbor's. I stole them. I mean, I grew
Greg's
them.
place, is that like a boutique? Is that like an artisanal farm? No, it's my neighbor. He grows a tree in the backyard.
I feel like this happen. I guarantee you this has to happen here. I mean, you drive down your main street, you see people selling stuff out of the back of their pickup trucks, like corn or beans or any kinds of different types of vegetable or fruit. I mean, how much of that probably is stolen?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it seems like this would be like these guys aren't stealing like acres of this stuff. Like they probably steal enough that they can sell it for 3 or 4 days, and they go to somebody else's farm and take a few more and sell those.
Right. And also, I mean, like, how do you trace that? I mean, like, the branding thing actually, is a fairly good idea.
I think we've come up with quite a few good ideas tonight, Richard.
Yeah, I think we've just solved a way to to just shut down the entire illegal fruit market that apparently exists that I didn't know exists.
We go to sell that New Zealand, like, no, we can't brand this fruit. That's inhumane. That that hurts them. Don't you realize that? They have feelings.
But look, it's got a dick on it. Isn't that hilarious? Yeah, that is pretty funny. It's got people think it's a mushroom, but you know different, and I know different.
I'm still calling the police though because this is super inappropriate. Oh. I don't know what New Zealand jail's like. I do think that the queso, injected inside of the avocado is like $1 million idea. Because I love guacamole and I love queso. And could you imagine, like, instead of getting the salsa, and the queso, it's like, oh, hey, here, try this dish. And you take one dip out of that with a chip, like one of those fresh chips from the Mexican restaurant that you usually get. And you're like, loop, and you're like, oh, this is an avocado. I like avocado. I'll try this.
Yeah. It's like make your own. You just mash it in your hand.
Yeah, you're like, what is that gooiness? Is that oh my god? Oh god. I don't know if I've ever came in my pants, but I think I just did. Because this is amazing.
It matches what the way it looks down there is probably the way it looks up here. Just saying. Oh, that's a disturbing picture that won't leave my head for a few days. And it probably won't leave the head of anybody else either. So I think that's how we should send our audience into the world, with that mental image of somebody with white queso cheese all over their face,
with green guacamole or green avocado spread around.
Oh, this is so good. Oh.
So, sir, can I interest you in the chimichanga? No, just more of this cum-filled guacamole thing.
What is this? It's queso. Please stop referring to it as cum, sir. That's highly disturbing.
Jizz guacamole, is that better? Semen guacamole?
No. It's actually worse. Yeah, it's actually worse, sir. Thank you.
Are you calling the police? Okay.
I should go.
Can I get one of these cum-filled things to go?
Do I have to pay the bill?
Oh, that's where I crossed the line? Okay, sorry. I'll leave now. Sir, leave the chips. Leave the chips.
Yeah. And that's the story of how Sean got arrested.
All right. Well, is there any Richard's closing thoughts you'd like to throw in for this pretty random episode?
Well, I think I said earlier, one thing that we've learned is that apparently there's a market for everything, including avocados. And apparently you can make a buck doing anything, whether it's creating an awesome television show or creating a kitchen tool that doesn't need to be created because we could just use a knife like a person, or just steal avocados. So I think, you know what this proves? This proves that nothing can topple the ingenuity and the ingenious that is man, except maybe dragons.
And capitalism.
Oh my God, capitalist dragons.
Corporate dragons, man. All right, well, I'll do a little bit of housekeeping. Visit our website. We're at languageofbromance.com, the brand new website, languageofbromance.com.
So pretty.
Follow us on Twitter. We're at languageofbro. Email us at eatthebeaver@languageofbromance.com. Like us on Facebook and subscribe and leave a review on Google Play Music, iTunes, and Stitcher.
And don't forget to check us out on the Pod Bros Network.
I believe that's the podcast network that loves avocados, queso cheese, and Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you don't need to get stuff all over your face to listen to any of those shows.
No, you just get it all over your ears, baby.
So good.
And if you want to join the LOB Army, go to our Patreon account. It's www.patreon.com/languageofbromance. You can be a general, captain, major, private. You can be whatever you want in the Language of Bromance Army. Just check it out.
And then you can make a brand. You could make a brand and put our logo on it, and then you could brand things. Don't brand people.
No,
unless
people.
Unless they ask nicely.
Yeah, then that's called a tattoo.
Yes, and it's also not illegal if they ask.
Hey, are we getting language of bromance tattoos this weekend?
We should. We so should.
I kind of think we should.
Sounds amazing.
All right. Well, is there anything else before I close her out?
No.
All right. Well, that's all the bromance we have for this show. I'm Sean.
And I'm Richard.
And I say we eat the beaver.
You know, if we do get tattoos, like, I'm not getting a tattoo of a mushroom stamp.
Well, I was thinking like maybe LOB Army or maybe the logo.
Yeah. And no Richard and Sean forever. My wife would question it. I mean, more than she does now.
Should we get the tramp stamp instead? Language of bromance right on our back.
Ideas made.